Hi everyone, this is Meryl Geffner. I am the librarian for your class. This is just a short video to introduce you to searching the library databases, and it will also be extremely helpful with your first library assignment where you have to find and evaluate a scholarly article. So I want you to work from your course resource guide, and it is linked to the assignment in your Canvas class. And we are going to work from this tab, Library Resources, Search for Articles. So we're going to go there. And there's a couple ways to search for sources in the library collection, but for this assignment in particular, and probably going forward in your research, I want to focus on individual databases. So I'm going to demonstrate how to search in Academic Search Premier. So I'm going to click here. And since you are working off campus, you will need to log in. Once you click on the name of a database, you'll have to log in using your Triton ID and Triton password. So please make sure you have that set up and it's ready to go. If you do not have it set up, please email me and I'll walk you through that process. So you'll see with the databases, you have the option of using different keywords, and this is a really important part of the search, which is why in the assignment I ask you to come up with at least 4 keywords that reflect your topic that you can then use, because the clearer and the more specific keywords you can use, the better your results will be. So let's do a search. Let's say that I am researching violence against LGBTQ youth. So I'm going to start with LGBTQ in the first box, and then I'm going to put teens. And you'll see that sometimes you'll get a drop down with some suggestions, and you can choose to use them or not. They're generated by the database. But in this instance, I will use it because you can see these are all different synonyms for describing that particular age group. So since the databases work on very specific language, you might want to have a few options, particularly for synonyms. And then in the last box, I'm just going to put in bullying. And these are my keywords, so I'm telling the database to search for articles that have these words or terms within the record, and I'll show you what the record it is in just a minute. Another very important part of searching the databases is to use some of the other options. So for you, and particularly for this assignment, you're going to check full text, and that will ensure that the full article is available. You'll find that in all of our databases, there are some articles you'll come across that don't have the full text article attached to it. So this will ensure that you'll only get articles that you can actually read the full article electronically. And then lastly, particularly for this assignment where you need to find scholarly, academic, peer-reviewed journal articles, you want to make sure you check this box. For your research paper, you can start by looking at what kind of scholarly academic articles are available, and then at some point you can uncheck it, and then you'll be getting newspapers and magazine articles. But particularly for this assignment, be sure you check that box. Okay? So let's do a search and see what our results are. So I only got 14, which is a small number, which is good for starts. You don't want to have hundreds because you don't want to look through hundreds of titles. If this is too few, at some point I might need to broaden this out a little bit. I'll change my terms. And as you do your research throughout the quarter, you do want to play around with your terms and figure out how to adjust them. Sometimes you might be more specific. Sometimes you might remove a keyword to broaden out. It really depends on your topic and the type of information that you're looking for. But let's scroll down and look at these titles and see if anything jumps out at me in terms of what really is relevant to my topic. There's several on here, but let's grab this one right here, number 6. So this is the record. That's what I was talking about before, and it has all of the important bibliographic information that you need. And I do ask you to look for this in your assignment, and you will also need it for your citation. So you have the title of the article, you have the authors, and I ask you in the assignment to do a little research on the authors to evaluate them for credibility. You have the name of the publication. This is the name of the journal. And then you have all these subject terms which apply to the article. You also have keywords that apply to the article, and these are all very useful because you might want to take one of these and add them to your search, or take out one word and replace it. So always look at these options if they're on the record. The abstract, this is a summary, very important piece of the record, it gives you an idea of what the article is about. It should state usually it states the thesis or the purpose of the study. And then you have the full text of the article over here, and that was because we checked that full text box. And here you'll have HTML and a PDF, which is a scanned-in version. And another important part of any journal article you'll see are the list of references at the end. And they should be extensive since they demonstrate the level of research that these authors did to put this study together. So if you do not see a list of references like that at the end of your article, then chances are you are not looking at an academic journal article. Lastly, there's some tools over here that you might want to look at. If you click on Google Drive, this will automatically put the article into your Google Drive. It's very helpful. You can print it, you can email it to yourself, you can download it and save it, and also they do have a site generator which you can use at least to begin your citation. So scroll down to MLA, and it's fine to use this, but you want to double check it against our library resource guide because any computer generated tool, citation tool, will make mistakes. So you want to double check it against something from a library, and I would recommend using ours, which is linked to your guide right here. Lastly, you might want to spend a few minutes reading this page. Scholarly articles can be extremely long, and this gives you, here I give you some tips about how to approach reading the article so it's not quite as overwhelming as sometimes it can start out to be. And then lastly, if you have any questions, please contact me. Here's my email down here. You can also click on this link and it'll take you to a website where you can schedule an appointment with me, and if none of the hours that are set up there work for you, then you can email me directly and we can usually find another time to meet. So I hope this was helpful, and good luck on your assignment and in going forward with your research.